Morning, fifth graders. I am Mr. James, and I am back with your vocabulary lesson number 11. Hopefully this video finds you well and in good spirits. We've got 3 words today, once again from Pedro's journal. Our first word is the word maneuvering, and it is a verb that we could be finding on page 78. Let me pull up my text here so I can find that. All right. At the top of page 78, it says October 12th. A lush green island was there in the morning, and our 3 ships approached it carefully, maneuvering through breakers and a threatening barrier reef. So as they're headed in on their ship, it says that they are maneuvering through breakers and a threatening barrier reef. What I can tell in that text is that they're going through things as they maneuver, and that there appear to be some barriers or things in the way. And so maneuvering is going to mean that they're kind of going back and forth to be able to avoid those things, just as you would if you were walking down the halls in a crowd of people. You would be maneuvering your way. And so that means either navigating or steering. It also kind of means usually when you're maneuvering, you're sort of working to avoid things. And so the word maneuver means to navigate or to steer. And the sentence that I have says that the driver of the taxi was maneuvering his way through heavy traffic. You can see I used some context clues of the traffic being heavy. That would make him have to be maneuvering and not just doing regular driving. Go ahead and pause the video and write your own sentence now. Welcome back. Our next word is the word solemn. Now I'm going to tell you something about this word. I have it in my vocabulary. I found it in the teacher's guide as being a vocabulary word, but I could not find it in the text, and I don't know if I'm just blind or what the deal was. But if you find it, let me know where you found it and what the sentence is like. We're just going to go ahead and talk about its meaning anyways, because it is a word that is commonly used. And solemn means something formal, somber, or sad. If something is done solemnly, that would be doing it in a solemn way or a somber or sad way. And so when we talk about the word solemn, we might use a sentence at a funeral. He wore a very solemn expression on his face. So his expression is what is being described as solemn. And at a funeral, you're not going to have a very happy expression. We know that that would be a somber or sad expression on someone's face. You could also use it as an adverb, like I showed here with the word solemnly, and said that someone did something in a solemn way, that you could solemnly do something, to use it as an adverb. Go ahead and pause the video and write your own sentence now. And our final word is the word docile, and it comes to us on page 82. And I have it in the text. It says, the captain especially noted and said to one of his men, see the gold in that one's nose? See how docile they are? They will be easy. We will take 6 back with us to Spain. I think at this, too, my mother would have lowered her eyes. And that phrase of lowering your eyes is a figurative language, and it sort of means to look away, been ashamed or embarrassed of what has just happened. And he says, see how docile they are. This will be easy, as he's talking about taking people. Columbus is saying this, and if you haven't figured this out yet, Columbus is not a great dude. He's not doing nice things to these natives, and we could go into a long discussion about how Columbus was not a great guy, and we used to celebrate him until we kind of figured out the things that he did to the native people were terrible, especially in this context when he says that they're docile and we're just going to take some of them. We're just going to take these people. They're so docile. And docile means that they are easily taught. They're trusting. They'll just come with us. They think I'm God. And so Columbus tries to take these docile people. And the sample sentence here that I wrote says, the docile student sat quietly and listened to every word. And now docile in this context is a good thing. It means that you're sitting quietly, you're easy to teach, you're trusting of what the teacher says. Hopefully you're being docile at home to your parents and you're not being a pain to them, and you're making sure that you are following the directions that they have given to make everyone's life really, really easy during this time. Go ahead and write your own sentence now. All right, and for your right in response to reading here, it says to reread the paragraph on page 82. Use details from the text to write an opinion paragraph evaluating what Columbus and the crew members did to the native people. I think you know my opinion on this, that I don't think that they treated them very well, that they just tried to take them from their land. And there's a lot of examples in the text that you could come up with that you could defend that answer with. But you could also defend, if you would like to, the answer in which you believe that Columbus and his crew members treated the native people well. So you're making a decision here whether they treated them well or treated them poorly. Make sure you find evidence from the text to support that answer. And don't forget those transitional phrases like for example or according to the text would be a good one to use as you are defending that opinion that you are coming up with. Thanks so much for watching and listening. This is Mr. James signing off. Hope you're off to I will see you again soon.